We're getting sicker and we're dying because of these polluters.
Stretch of land in Louisiana that used to be known as plantation country, where enslaved Africans were brought against their will and forced to work. Today, though, this part of the state is known as Cancer Alley.
Tankers, 18-wheelers with chemicals in and out all day, every day.
We have 12 industries within a 10-mile radius. That's too many industries for the human body to take in.
It's a terrible thing to watch your loved ones dying of cancer. Dying of cancer is a horrible way to die.
A new UN report has condemned what's happening in Cancer Alley as environmental racism.
The state is a horrible place. This state is a horrible racist place.
They don't care if we die. They don't care if we get sick. They don't care about the human life. All they care about is the almighty dollar.
Some of the things that I really miss is fruits and vegetables that just grew in the environment. We could go out and pick it and eat it. They no longer grow. We get scared to death when we look at that tree and we see the top of it dead.
We have implored DuPont to at least reach what EPA says is a safe level. They have refused to do it. And based on that, they need to stop production. It's time to step down.
Shut Carl Brown, it's time to step down. Shut Carl Brown.
He's supposed to be regulating that agency, not out here promoting them.
We want you to see where the difference between what my dad grew up with, which was fields and fields of sugarcane. These people came and bought the plantation site, built this monstrosity right on top of our family cemetery.
So my mother, her brother, his two children, my first cousins who were my age, who I love, my own brother and my sister, and now my wife got cancer. So for me, it was a devastating thing when I found out that this didn't have to be, that this was because of the actions of these people. This country actually considered us chattel property. Well, I don't see any different now with a sacrifice zone.
Eyes, nose, ears, stomach aches, people having cancer, certain kinds of cancer in the stomach, some people having colon cancer, women having breast cancer. You name it, come to St. James and you might get it if you live here long enough. The parish council person that we had before, he was a member of RISE. He would come to our meetings and everything, and he would speak up about the plant not coming here. He didn't want it to come here. Then he voted for the plant to come in.
Why?
I think it's because of what they probably gave him.
He represents the people. He votes the way the people tell him to vote. He's our representative.
Tell us right now if you don't want to help us. Tell us if you want to help us. Let's let us live. Stop having all this cancer. This right here. This is CF. This is the biggest ammonia plant in the United States. Look at that flare. Look at all that pollution, all that's emissions that's coming from the plant. They don't care if people live here. I've been living here all my life and didn't know I was being polluted until I noticed all the funerals. We would have funerals, sometimes 2 and 3 funerals a week. They see the work that we've been doing, and they see that we can't be bought. A lot of other organizations, you can go to them and give them a few dollars and they'll go on your side. They know they can't do that with RISE, so they don't even come to ask. If this plant coming to St. James, we will not live because we will not be able to breathe the air from them with the other 12 industries within this 10-mile radius. So it's a death sentence that's waiting to happen if this plant comes.
Fence line people in the community are not getting the jobs in this parish. They get all kinds of tax cuts and they don't hire the people in the community to get the jobs. So when you drive through the community, it's over 90% black. But when you go into the site, the major jobs, the 6-figure jobs, are 90% white.
Most of the research that I've done has been using existing data sets. So we didn't even need to go out and do surveys or collect data. We just compared data that the state already had on cancer rates to data that the EPA had on industrial pollution. These industrial facilities in Louisiana for the last century have been targeted in black neighborhoods along the Mississippi River. And so when we crunched the data, absolutely, the neighborhoods in Louisiana specifically, the neighborhoods that have higher rates of pollution, specifically air pollution, have higher than normal cancer rates. When we looked at the data, black people in Louisiana do not get their fair share of petrochemical jobs. So St. John the Baptist Parish was the most extreme example. That in that parish, about 7 out of 10 people are people of color, but they only get 2 out of 10 of the good paying jobs, and only about 5 or 6 out of 10 of the very low paying jobs. There was extreme blowback from the highest level of the university. What the provost later told me is that people were left feeling uncomfortable and embarrassed, and then the next week I was put under a gag order. I obtained an email from the dean of the law school where she explicitly connected it to Tulane's funding.
We don't even know what the final product is. We just know that we get the poison and the runoff into the water, into the air, into the soil of whatever they're producing, and no jobs. Just saw security just not pass and slow down, but they got a camera in the sugarcane fields that kind of watches who comes in and out. But this is our family. We have every right to come in.
This is our cemetery.
This is our cemetery. Yeah.
They cannot take it away. It would be right around here. I'm looking at at the future. I've got great-grandchildren looking at great-grand, and the situation here is not getting any better. So that's why we intend to fight this thing, as long as we are able to fight it.
Christmas and Happy New Year from Rise St. James. We asking to live. We asking the polluters to lower their emissions, and we are tired of it. Something needs to be done. Our government needs to stop approving these permits for these polluters to come in here to finish us off. We are human beings and we deserve to live, and we will fight to stay alive and to stay healthy.